Our ask is 3.5 crores at 35 crore valuation.
As a investment ஒரு business proposal யோசிக்க முடியல.
Startup Singham Season 2, the investors rejected this idea and not a rupee was given.
We feel that either we didn't deliver what we had to deliver, or we went too technical for them to actually grab what we're doing.
Don't be surprised if one day the government tells you this product is banned.
There's a company called Sarvam. There was a summit called AI Impact Summit in Delhi, where they launched their own smart glasses, and they made Prime Minister Modi itself try out the smart glasses. So possibility of government banning smart glasses is like really low now.
Though it may claim to be Indian, is not made in India. Every AI company has the touch, has the influence of China in it.
All the open source models came out from either America or the China. In this case of technology, I feel that every nation should be working together rather than competing with each other.
One of the biggest advantages of AI is unity, discussion and communication amongst nations. The one stage for dreams, the one stage for intent, the one stage for investment is Startup Singham Season 2. We see so many different kinds of entrepreneurs. Anna, who is an entrepreneur? Sila people solvanga, an entrepreneur is one who solves a problem in society. Yes, maybe no. Because there's also an entrepreneur who probably has a vision, sees something that the world cannot see. And today I have one such team with me. The vision of this entrepreneur is to envision the way people live their lives and change the way they see daily living. It's quite an interesting one, but fortunately or unfortunately, some people did not accept it, but every product has its time. The big question here, is this a product too ahead of its time? Or is this a product that is a bubble that will eventually burst? We don't know that. But to find out all about this, I have with me the team of Kenesis Lab. I have with me Amrish, the CEO. You're a very young CEO. Like we say, CEO in the house, and the famous song, CEO in my studio. And we have Daniel, the CTO. You look like the tech man, of course, with the long hair, the little haggard look, and the glasses on. And you have a good-looking man. That's me. In case you're wondering who I'm talking about. Okay, welcome and welcome to Chennai Live. First of all, யூனிக்கான ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் வந்து நம்ம இன்னைக்கு மார்க்கெட்டில் பார்க்குறோம் தானே. இட்ஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் திங்ஸ், எசென்ஷியல்ஸ், நெசசிட்டி, லக்ஸரி ப்ராடக்ட். இப்போ பார்க்கும்போது யூ ஹவ் கம் அவுட் வித் கெனிசிஸ் விஷன். இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான ஒரு ஐடியா இருக்குது. வாட் வாஸ் தி ஒரிஜின்? ஐல் ஸ்டார்ட் வித் யூ அம்ரிஷ். இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கிளாஸஸ்க்கு இந்த சொசைட்டிக்கு என்ன நீட் இருக்குது? வாட் வாஸ் தி ஐடியா அண்ட் த ரீசன் பிஹைண்ட் திஸ்?
The problem started with, we found that there is no innovation that's coming around smartphones currently. So the innovations that's coming around smartphones is either adding a extra camera behind it, or changing the form factor, or folding it, or rolling it, something like that. So there's no new innovation, and people have money to spend, but rather they are just sticking with the phones that they have been using for the past decade or so. And there's a space for hardware and AI to collaborate together, and we found out that smart glasses would be a better form factor for people to adopt early. So that's how we came up with Kenesis. So solving the problem for post-smartphone era, where we believe the smart glasses would be the next big thing for people to actually adopt and spend their money on.
நீங்க சொன்னீங்க solving the problem of the smartphone era. சில people பார்க்கும்போது சொல்றாங்க it is starting a new problem after the smartphone era, because what you have created is further dependence on a product, further need for technology, further lack of use of memory, further invasion of privacy. This is what you have created. It doesn't stop with a phone. It went to watches, it went to rings, it went to now smart glasses. As they say very famously, smarter the tech, non-smarter the person. Have you looked at the side effects of your product? It's a great product to sell, but an entrepreneur has ethics, has a vision. When you have the product on your eyes, do you envision a devil being born, or invasion of privacy, or society evil? Do you look at that as well?
Not exactly, because let's say I'm in a networking event where I have a bunch of people like investors and fellow startup founders and so. So every time I need to figure out who that person is, I need to pull up my phone and just scout through LinkedIn or something like that, like public profiles of them, and then eventually find the person. So that felt like a lot of work to be done. So instead of that, we can just wear our glasses and run some facial recognition engine. It finds out the person to speak in a networking event easily, rather than pulling out each and everyone's profile. And then so in this case, people, smart glass would be a better additional layer for them, because already people are adapting to using AI in their day-to-day life, and AI is sitting behind text boxes waiting for people to prompt it each and every time. So it shouldn't be working like that. It should be working alongside us rather than waiting for us to prompt it every time. So our smart glass would give the AI a bunch of eyes and a bunch of ears to actually see and listen what we do, and then it can act like a extra brain that is sitting alongside us. So that's exactly what we're trying to do, not replace the humans, like a set of eyes and brain sitting in your eyes. So
Yeah, it's like giving convenience to the people, so they can, we use phones, so ஃபோன்லாம் வந்துட்டு அது ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா நம்மளுக்கு வந்துட்டு ப்ரொடக்டிவாக இருக்கிறது யூஸ் ஆகும். ஸோ தட்ஸ் ஹவ் ஸ்மார்ட் கிளாஸ் ஆல்சோ ரைட் நவ்.
சரி, இதை சொல்லுங்க, நீங்க வந்து சீஃப் டெக்னிக்கல் ஆஃபீஸர், யூஆர் இன் சார்ஜ் ஆஃப் த டெக் ஆஃப் த ப்ராடக்ட். நிறைய பீப்புள் சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க, I think it's a great product. இது வந்து ஒரு pride of India இருக்கு, because what you are doing, what 5 young boys are doing, you are competing with Meta, the Meta glasses. That's a huge competitor to have, தானே? So tell me about the technology of this one. In the glasses as a product, என்ன இருக்கு?
Coming to the Meta glasses, இப்போ இருக்க Meta glassலாம் வந்து it tells what's in front of me, na? It tells describes about. But what we store is, we store an entire database of knowing you, so your name, your parents' name. So we add the context to the AI. So next time when the AI speaks, it gives you the gives the response with the context as well. And we are having the conversation, and night போய் பார்க்கும்போது we'll forget what exact conversation we had. So it can just summarize you the whole details. இப்போ நீங்கள் ஒரு டயட்டில் இருக்கீங்க, ஸோ அந்த டயட்டுக்கு வந்து என்ன சாப்பிட்ணுன்னு தெரிலனா, you can ask the glasses, so I am on this diet. It knows that you are on the diet, so it tells you what all the food that you are supposed to eat, and it gives you the list of it. So that's how, these are the basic things, and it adds more to the technical aspect.
Yeah, of course. You have this software that you have created, or technology that you've created. It's called Kenesis as well.
Exactly.
So one, of course, is Meta, and it's huge, $1 million company that's been funded. Here I see 5 boys with me who've tried to create a world in this world, out of this world as well, with just a funding so far of 10 lakh rupees. That's a very minor amount for such a big idea. I am not taking away the idea and the intent, but in a field like this, what is an idea without investment? How far can 5 young boys and their dream and passion and purpose go? Tell me about how you have scaled the venture till date. When did this start? And how did you scale it up?
So we started this back in February 2024, where this started as a college project, and we applied to hackathons and eventually got placed in top 50 globally in a Google solution challenge conducted by Google itself, and that gave us a huge validation for us to actually take it forward as a startup. And then coming to the funding part, where we have only 10 lakhs, the funding requirement from external investors comes only when you have to hire a bunch of people to actually run things forward and take it as soon as possible. But then with the 10 lakhs that we have as a burning fuel, it slows the process a bit, but still we can still show some progress on the product side, and now we have a complete product, and we are looking to pilot it with manufacturing and factory floors where we can implement our product and test it out. So it doesn't cost us any money to actually do that, rather we make money on this case. So rather than waiting for investment to come, we just generate the revenue and then show it as proof to others.
When can we expect this product to be tried and tested out of research labs, but come onto the lanes, streets and roads? Because I can tell you 5 boys might do a lot of study, case study, ifs and buts and pros and cons. Come onto the road. Hand this over to the common man. Hand this over to the person who you believe needs this, and you will realize what is the use and the major advantage and the power, how you empower or dispower the people. When can we expect this to be on the roads?
Yeah, we are testing the product in our labs, as you said, research labs. But the time that is gonna take is around, we can say, like 8 to 10 months from now to get to the consumer market. But right now we are focusing on B2B market as well. What we are doing is there are a lot of like hundreds of cameras that are in the manufacturing sites. What a CCTV cameras does is it documents stuff and it records. But what we are trying to do is we add a vision intelligence layer which sits on top of the existing cameras. So it will analyze and detect in real time and give you feedback. For instance, say if a worker is violating a safety protocol, it will immediately say this person has violated the safety protocol to the concerned person. So with wearing our glasses as well, the on-ground persons will be wearing our glasses. So it will be immediately tell to the person that you haven't followed the safety protocol. So do follow the safety protocol. This is one of the segment that we are focusing right now. And when coming to consumer market, we are around 8 to 10 months away from it.
I'll just give you an example. Have you seen Breaking Bad by any chance?
I've heard of it. I don't watch OTT, unfortunately, but yeah, tell me about Breaking Bad.
So what happens is in season 1, the main two characters will be stealing methylamine from storage of a warehouse of a factory. So they tie up the security guard inside a restroom, and then they just go and steal it. So all the time the CCTV would be monitoring and recording it. So the police take a look at it after who actually stole it, and they figure out what's going on. So in our case, if they have implemented our intelligence layer in there, it would have called up the emergency protocols like police on spot, and then it would let them know that someone is stealing it right away. So rather than keeping CCTV cameras as just recording device, we would let them know in real time. So that's exactly what.
So Breaking Bad, the next time they make the sequel or the next part of it, please add Kenesis. You'll not have to make a 40-minute episode. You can finish it in 4 minutes. Okay, so that is where in the real time, in real life, problems can be solved. But Amrish, you have created a two-edged sword, and the truth is that you all know it. You have created a two-edged sword. I can use this to protect. I can use this to attack. I can use this to strengthen myself. I can use this to weaken society. You have created a two-edged sword, and how you take it forward is your vision in more ways than one. Tell me one thing. Kenesis has been spoken about a lot. Your unique tech glasses have been really discussed. So tell me, Daniel, these tech glasses comprise of what? And I was very happy to see they look like normal glasses.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh my God, I'm carrying a tech gadget with me. It's not like that. I'm just another regular man who's adding technology to his daily living. That's what it carries. But tell me, what are the features of these glasses and how is it built? What's the material? What's it built on?
Our idea was to not, as you said, like it should not be so heavy to the normal person to wear, because they are going to wear in day-to-day life. So it shouldn't need to hurt the ears to the weight of it carries. So what we done is we have made it so sleeker. We had the own PCB that is built. Like PCB is the whole thing, operating thing that does in the tech part. And we have the cameras over here and a light over here to know the other person know that the person is recording or not. So it gives the privacy factor as well. And we have the mic, so the normal person can just talk with the AI at real time. And we have the speakers over the ears, so it tells the output in real time.
So what is the material it is made out of, and அதோட weight என்ன இருக்கு, longevity na எவ்வளோ இருக்கோ, and do you upgrade software upgrade ஏதோ இருக்கா அதெல்லாம்?
So coming to the battery aspect, around 8 hours it stands, and உங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு நார்மலா ஒரு 2 to 3 hours சார்ஜ் பண்ணா போதும் while you sleep. Camera feed வந்துட்டு it's not so good that you take photos on or videos on. It just recognizes the thing, so we cut down the cost regarding that, because Meta வந்துட்டு more focused on the clarity, because they post the videos on the Instagram or Facebook. We are not focusing on that, so we reduce the cost. Where it costs around 70-80k in Meta, we try to price it around 15 to 20k in price market.
So unga glasses when it's available in the mass market for B2B இல்லனா B2C, அதோட costing என்ன எதிர்பார்க்கறீங்க நீங்க?
Yeah, 15 to 20k is what we project.
நீங்க சொல்றீங்க that ஒரு light click, there will be a light torch light மாதிரி இருக்கும், that people will know நீங்க ரெக்கார்ட் பண்றீங்க. டே டைம்ல கூட bright spotல கூட அப்படி இருக்குமா?
Yeah, it will. இது எப்போ வந்து கேமரா ஆன் ஆகுதோ it will immediately on the torch as well, like the small light as well.
So நீங்க சொல்றீங்க that if this person is in a park,
Yeah.
in a theater, in a hospital, in an area of public interest, அந்த மாதிரி இருந்ததுனா everybody will know they are being recorded. So now what happens is this person becomes a problem. This person becomes a nuisance. Like if it's not, if I don't know record பண்றாங்க, do your job. That's okay. But இப்போ வந்து you want to scream and shout to the world that நான் record பண்றேன். இதுல வந்து ஒரு balancing factor இருக்கு that people know record பண்றாங்க. So but இதுல வந்து law என்ன இருக்கு? I don't understand this. இதுல வந்து what is the role of the government's law in this?
Yeah, so now government are becoming more aware of the smart glasses being existing, and even if you go to US embassy right here, you can actually find a saying smart glasses are not allowed. So people are adopting. It takes time for the government to adopt to it as well, and then coming to the part where you to let every person in the room know that you're recording, that applies to the same case for smartphones as well. So let's just say I'm just having my smartphones here, you might not know whether I'm recording or just holding it. So in that case applies to every single piece of tech. People have to be more aware, like let's just say 10 to 15 years back, if someone was holding a phone, no one would have known that he's recording, but now everyone will ask a question, are you recording me or something? So this will also take time for people to adopt and then literally ask questions. In the next couple of years, people might say, are you recording me or not? So it takes time for people to actually adopt to this technology, but then they will adopt eventually. So people will be able to identify is it smart glasses or not a smart glasses. So in that case, government are also catching up on this, and there are more data privacy and digital privacy acts where that are being applied to smart glasses. And light indicator within the glasses is one such way to avoid those type of conflicts where you at least let the person in front of you know that you are actually recording it. So
What do you have to say about this?
What we have thought is the other person should know that they are being recorded, because privacy plays a major role. Without the permission of the person you are recording, you shouldn't record it and post it in Facebook or something.
மெட்டால எப்படி பண்றாங்க மெட்டா கிளாஸஸ்? ஏன்னா எனக்கு ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு, மெட்டா பண்றாங்கன்னா ஆஹா ஓஹோ பா அவங்க பண்றாங்கன்னா செம்மையா இருக்கும். பட் நம்ம யங் பாய்ஸ், சென்னையோட பாய்ஸ் பண்ணா இந்தியா வந்து ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் தான் நம்ம ஸ்கெப்டிக்கலா பார்ப்போம்டா. When Meta does it, we go whoa, 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 wow, and here we say no, 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 not this. Don't you think you are actually the buck of how unfair society is?
yeah, the same thing that Meta does in order to let people know that they are recording is the same light indicator that we are implemented in our smart glasses as well. But questions don't arise in their case, but it arises in our case. So we just have to deal with it every single time. So explain people that we do have a light indicator, and Meta also does the same thing each and every time. So that's a way of avoiding and letting the people know that we are actually recording. So I mean, the same way that Meta distracts the people from actually knowing that they're being recorded, the same technology is being implemented in our smart glasses as well. So in that way, it's people don't find it really awkward or different from smart glasses or Meta smart glasses.
It's crazy. Critics of Kenesis vision are consumers of Meta glasses. Yes. It is so unfair, and I kind of understand what
it's
you.
like the same scenario where your friend who is doing Instagram influencing,
Yeah.
you will not support him, but when someone from outside does, you will clap.
I can understand what you boys are going through, and I can assure you I'm only asking you questions out of protocol, but I completely understand what you guys are going through. But in entrepreneurship, there is no question of empathy. It is economy and it is timely delivery. You boys have a great idea, தானே? But நீங்க சொன்னீங்க இன்னும் 8-10 மாசத்துல வந்து நம்ம ப்ராடக்ட் வந்துரும்டா, கரெக்டா வரும், we are doing everything. And I'm saying you and me are thinking Meta 2 one is out, Meta 3 is in process. By the time you come out, Meta 4 will be right up there. So people are not going to say, oh, we will wait for Kenesis. No, we will say we'll adopt the new tech. Where, don't you think they say time is money? And I'm telling you, time is your enemy. If you are not at the fastest protocol, I think you understand this. So there is a sense of urgency. How do you plan to push this and compete in terms of timely delivery, because technology is changing like this? And don't be surprised if one day the government tells you this product is banned.
Coming to the point of getting into market, so market penetration through consumers would be really hard for us, because Apple is working simultaneously on smart glasses, Meta is working, and Google, they already released a smart glasses like 10 to 15 years ago. So in our case, competing in the consumer side wouldn't be viable for us. So penetrating the market through B2B side, where there's a lot of use cases for where manufacturing workers and factory workers deal with. So giving our smart glasses there and penetrating through B2B would be a better option for us, because there we don't have to deal with big such names like big tech companies like Meta and Google. So penetrating through B2B would be a viable option for us. And coming to the smart glasses side, where government actually bans it, there's a company called Sarvam, which was selected by the government by the India AI mission, where they got funded by the government itself like 200 to 300 crores, and they are developing sovereign AI models for India, foundation AI models for India. And recently, there was a summit called AI Impact Summit in Delhi, where they launched their own smart glasses, and they made Prime Minister Modi itself try out the smart glasses. So possibility of government banning smart glasses is like really low now, but then eventually if some volatile thing that arises in this space of smart glasses, they might block certain things, but the possibility of smart glasses being banned entirely is really low at this point.
What you spoke about this Delhi summit was India's pride to the world. It was the AI summit in India's capital saying, look at what India is offering to the world. It came with a lot of pride. It came with even more controversy, right? We all know about this. As much as we are proud of our nation, do not mislead Indians about India, and that is something I stand very, very strongly for. Make in India, sold in India are two different concepts completely. Your product, though it may claim to be Indian, is not made in India. You can claim, put an Indian flag on it, my friend, but be it the raw materials, be it the tech, be it the inputs, be it the software, there is a Chinese element attached to this. And it's not you, but it's every AI company has the touch, has the influence of China in it. I would be very appreciative if you actually tell us how China is involved in India's AI growth. Tell the world the truth.
Coming to the part of China, they are more towards open sourcing their AI models, and so India is just starting out. Like they said, the company Sarvam, they released a couple of AI models recently as an open source model for public. Before that, all the open source models came out from either America or the China, and we are using China, open source models from China as a base LLM and fine tune it on our use cases. So using open source model isn't such a bad thing actually, because companies like Sarvam or every other AI company in India would be utilizing their open source models, and hosting it in our local service wouldn't actually send the data back to China. So in this case, we prevent the topic of sending data to China. So these type of things is where we have to tackle a lot of things, and then China is in this case of technology, I feel that every nation should be working together rather than competing with each other. Co-developing in a open source community is really important, I feel. So rather than bringing patriotism into tech, we need to co-develop each and everything and develop.
That's very beautifully said. Actually, Amrish, what you said is very nice. In the real world, the countries are not together. Majority of the countries don't work together. But in creating this AI world, I think that's where every country is saying, we need data, we need your help, we need your technology, share it with us. And I think personally, one of the biggest advantages of AI is unity, discussion and communication amongst nations. Where a person, when they are using or wearing these glasses, அதோட strength and productivity என்ன இருக்குன்னு நம்ம யோசிச்சிருக்கோம், பேசிருக்கோம். Let's talk about the other side, which very few entrepreneurs may not see, but I think it's very essential, is the common man who's not using your product. Once the common man approves of this product, people will start wearing it more confidently without the sense of guilt. But have you thought about a common man? How are we protecting their safety? AI இந்த உலகத்தை சொல்லிட்டே இருக்காங்க. நான் சொல்றேன் AI கொஞ்சம் சைடில் வச்சுட்டு privacy and data பற்றி கொஞ்சம் focus பண்ணுங்க. Because without data, AI is useless. We keep harping AI tech. AI comes from data. Data comes from people. You don't protect the people, then you are destroying AI, not developing AI. Tell me, how have you protected the data of the people, the common man who's not wearing it, but walking with family, with friends, with their emotions, with their dreams, they are walking around. How are you protecting them? How can glasses, not just you, but how can Meta, Google, Apple, how can we look after their interests? Yes, you are empowering the user, but do not scare the common man. How have we looked after them?
So first coming to the aspect like in our classes நாங்கள் வந்துட்டு எதுக்கு அந்த டார்ச் ஃபேக்டர் எடுத்து வந்தோம்னா இன் ரிகார்ட்ஸ் வித் தி காமன் பர்சன் வாட் தே ஃபீல் வென் தே ஆர் நாட் willing to record themselves அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு so governments should take proper actions regarding to this new tech that is evolving and there must be AI privacy data rules that needs to be driven by the government so every AI company should follow that specific rule so the data will be safe and the AI will also be how we need the AI to be not going into the negative aspect of AI but towards the positive it will be driven.
ஸோ நீங்கள் என்ன சொல்கிறீங்கன்னா கவர்மெண்ட் ரூல்ஸ் கொண்டு வந்தால் நாங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறதுக்கு ரெடியாக இருக்கோம் ஏஐ கம்பெனிஸ் வில் ஃபாலோ இட் ஒன்ஸ் த கவர்மெண்ட் பிரிங்ஸ் இட் இன் இல்லைன்னா வந்து we will not follow. We will do whatever AI allows us to do. We will extract whatever data we can extract. Government ஒன்றுமே சொல்லியே நாங்கள் பண்ணலாமே. Is that how every AI company is approaching the common man?
Yeah. So the case of AI, the problem of AI was data being going to the cloud service. So that's why every single AI companies right now are working on creating smaller and smaller models which can be run within us, smartphones. So rather than relying on cloud services where the data is going to the cloud services and then coming back, so that our data is being stored in an external server. So in the case of edge computing, where every other company is working, is where we store the LLM within the smartphones itself, where the data is being stored within your smartphones. So it won't be, going outside to any other devices. So in this case, every single company is working on protecting the users' private data. So not being, for not sending it to cloud source rather than having it within your phones. So that's how, we are also mitigating the problem because running AI models locally on your phones is a really tough task because it takes a lot of computing power. So the only way that it can be addressed is through technical terms, I would say, is edge computing and edge inference that they say. So yeah, we are also working on it and we are also trying to reduce quantize the model sizes and reduce the model sizes and run it within your phone rather than relying on external servers. Running it on your phone even increases the speed response of the AI and protects the user's data as well from going to external servers. So in this case we protect the data of the individual user.
Crime against women, we've come across that. Crime against people, we have seen that. எனக்கு ஒரு ஃபீலிங்காக வருது and I want it not about your company but about the world where it's heading to. This is slowly going into crime against humanity. We are really in the hunt of one country saying நாங்கள் AI warல நாங்கள் ஜெயிச்சிருக்கோம். In every government which is trying to prove that our country is stronger, smarter than yours, we are not thinking about the common man because if you say that AI doesn't have firm laws, it probably means we are too greedy for the world to be proud of us and we are not conscious about the people and our country's data. And I have a big problem with this one. What is your take on it?
Every company should work together to form proper ethics that
இப்போ வரைக்கும் வரல.
Yeah, it's not proper ethics that needs to be followed. It's not driven by law, but internally around the AI companies, they have few ethics that every company must follow and they collaborate and work with it. So, but coming to the government aspect, there are not proper rules that has been driven. Like these are the
என்ன ரூல்ஸ் இருக்கு இப்போ வரைக்கும்?
There's not much acts or privacy protection acts in the case of AI where blockchain technology came like 5 to 7 years ago and they implemented regulations on it and India has a lot of regulations on the Web3 technology. Since AI is blooming and it's evolving very rapidly, they're not able to implement a common regulation for all. So it will take time for government to act on it and implement a regulation where every single company have to follow it. And yeah, initially for everyone to agree on something on some regulation should be there by the the government or the alliance.
So இப்போ வரைக்கும் the government has not given firm laws on the use of AI.
No.
Just given caution, no laws.
Yes.
That's why probably we see all these big tech companies. We find cases landing up in court. Google or Meta, we see them landing in court. because these are all legal breaches. If every entrepreneur in the field of technology carries little bit of consciousness and humanity, care and concern, treats every person like a family or friend member and not as a product of data, business and profit, we won't be fighting in courts. We'll be growing in communities, and that is the harsh reality. Startup Singham Season 2 ஓட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் எப்படி இருந்தது?
ஸோ அது வந்து ஒரு கிரேட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி டு பி இன் ஸ்டேஜ் அண்ட் நேஷ்னல் டெலிவிஷனில் எக்ஸ்போஷர் பிகாஸ் எங்களோட ப்ராடக்டை வந்துட்டு இட்ஸ் கன்சியூமர் பேஸ்ட் ப்ராடக்ட் தட் வி ஹேவ் டெவலப். ஸோ கன்சியூமர்ஸ்க்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி அதை போய் ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ணோம், அவங்களுக்கு புரியணும் அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு தான் நாங்கள் இந்த ஸ்டேஜுக்கு வந்துட்டு ஒரு நல்ல ஆஸ்பெக்டாக இருந்துச்சு.
And what was your pitch experience like? And investors, which are actually not just people with the money, but people with ideas and a great vision. Avanga vande enna feedback kodutanga? What was your pitch like?
Yeah, since our product is a technical product, we explain the problems that we are addressing in a technical manner. So our pitch was like 50% technical and 50% more towards the product and alignment of the use cases that we are doing. So investors felt that it was too technical for them to understand what we are doing right now, and then we feel that either we didn't deliver what we had to deliver, or we went too technical for them to actually grab what we're doing. So in that case, we feel that we made a mistake, as well as since it's a technical product, we have to explain it in a technical way. But then it went in a other way that we expected it to. But still, it was a great experience for us to actually mend the way, and then eventually fall back into back to labs and then working on it. So yeah.
So learning experience irukku, mixed emotions irukku. I can see it in your eyes. You come back with, I'm glad I got that stage, but I wish I had converted that. So the investors rejected this idea. What was the money you asked for?
We asked for 3 crores at a valuation of 30.
And not a rupee was given.
No.
It was completely rejected. What was the grounds of rejection? அவங்க வந்து சில பாயிண்ட்ஸ் ரேஸ் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, உங்க பார்வையில வந்து அது வேலிட் இருந்துச்சா?
ஸோ அவங்க என்ன சொன்னாங்கன்னா, இட் வாஸ் நாட் ஸோ பிஸ்னஸ் ரிலேட்டட் பிகாஸ் த பிச் வாஸ் ஸோ டெக்னிக்கல். வி குடன்ட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் வாட் த பிஸ்னஸ் ஆஸ்பெக்ட் ஹோல்ஸ், அண்ட் தட் வாஸ் we are at the early stage, so we are developing the product and we are in MVP stage. So they are requiring us to develop the whole product, and when it's finalized and come to the market, they told to
like when we start generating revenue or bring in some traction towards our company, in that case they said they'll invest. Until then they'll be mentoring us.
Startup Singham 3. Okay, so given a chance to give your pitch again, நினச்சிக்கோங்க, இந்த வாய்ப்பு வந்து ஸ்டார்ட்அப் சிங்கம் டீம் சொல்கிறாங்க, you were really good, but I'll give you another chance. எப்படி மாற்றி சொல்வீங்க? What are you going to change?
Next time, if you're going to pitch in front of those investors, what we'll do is we'll align our product more towards the business aspect and the business model.
Correct.
And give them more towards the money factor.
Yeah, how much is spent, how much is earned, profit percentage, profit ratio, scalability. These are things that will attract any investor, for that matter of fact. I'll tell you what, this is not a rejection. Please understand one thing. I have seen so many people who have gone on various stages, not just business stages, but have gone on stages. They may be accepted, they may be rejected, but ungalku or விஷயம் வந்து கண்டிப்பா நிச்சயமா தெரியணும் வந்து it's been one of your greatest successes because you have learned few things about your product. Your product doesn't stop growing here. It's only going to leap in a different direction. And I do believe in your product. I do believe in y'all. So tell me, 5 young boys, right? Tell me about your team, who does what, and working with friends. You're friends now, Elena, just business people. Friends doing business. அது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம்டா. Tell me about the 5 friends. And the friendsல வந்து friendship ஏதோ spoil ஆயிடுச்சா?
No, it's all good actually.
Franka சொல்றா.
Business almost we'll talk business, but personal life will be friends.
Yeah, there will be arguments, but later when we see it tomorrow morning, we'll be like normal friends.
Yeah, arguments keep it healthy.
Yeah.
So எந்த விஷயத்துல வந்து, because I see today ஒரு ஸ்டார்ட்அப் கல்ச்சர் இருக்கு சரியா? 4 ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து கொஞ்சம் காசு இருந்தது, ஒரு பெரிய ஐடியா இருந்ததுன்னா மாச்சி வாடா ஸ்டார்ட்அப்ஸ் ரெடி. பட் ஆஸ் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸில் வந்து என்ன தகராறு இருந்தது, வாட் நீங்க சொல்றீங்க தானே, டுமாரோ மார்னிங் நான் பார்த்தா எல்லாமே நார்மலா இருக்கும், அது இருந்தா காதல்ல பிரேக்கப்பே ஆகாதுடா, கல்யாணத்துல டிவோர்ஸே ஆகாத வச்சு. ஸோ ஹவு டஸ் ஒன் கெட் ப்ரிப்பேர்ட் அண்ட் சே ஐ நோ draw the line between friendship and this, because when you fight, you're fighting with the person, not for a cause, you're fighting with the person for a cause. So how do you draw that line da?
So recently, feature gaga we were arguing with the whole group.
In the feature, product feature.
People will have different of opinions, like in the feature idinala vena. So we come to a conclusion where it goes healthy, not in a toxic way. Adon healthy ah irukra mari da, like our whole mindset will be towards healthy because our character itself are mari kind of. So we don't go in a toxic way to come to a conclusion or win an argument. We make it light and come to a conclusion.
Yeah, the vision is the same for all. So we are all working towards a cause, and 5 different people means 5 different opinion on a single particular thing. So obviously majority wins, but then getting the opinion for each and every person, it's really viable for us to actually iterate quickly and then change the product, or add another feature or mitigate the feature eventually. So getting 5 other people's point of view is like a really good thing for us to actually build a complete whole product. So I feel this as an advantage for us. Having arguments would be, rather than just agreeing on each and every single thing, having arguments, keep it healthy, and then we settle on things.
I can't imagine that situation, ra. Ninga 5 na okay, majority wins. 4 indadna periya problem ra. Even number indadna romba periya issue. And imagine one issue irukku, 2 people said yes, 2 people said no, 5th person டே இங்கே போனால் அங்கே ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் பிரேக் ஆகிடும், இங்கே வந்தால் அது டோட்டல் காது எங்கிட்டா போகிறது. பட் வாட் இஸ் யோர் அட்வைஸ் டு அ குரூப் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் ஹூ சே let's do something together, because there's nothing cooler than fulfilling your dream with a friend. Exactly. There's nothing more prouder, there's nothing more trustworthy than working with a friend. What is your advice to tell people that if you're doing something with a friend, don't do this and do this?
Keep friendship aside from business. So if your vision is the same, keep business as business, keep your personal life personal, and don't mix business with personal. So
திருப்பி சொல்ற, இந்த டிஆர் டயலாக் மாதிரி இருக்கு. திருப்பி சொல்வாச்சா, business is business, personal is personal, don't mix business with personal and personal with business. பாடா மாச்சே.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say, because you're all working towards the same cause. If you're going to work towards a project or a startup. No. So in that case, mixing personal life with business wouldn't make a long-lasting friendship with them.
Sure.
So eventually, keep it healthy always. Have arguments, don't just simply agree on every single thing.
Yeah, even if the person is not in the business or gone out, the friendship should maintain as it was before.
Fantastic. And I wish you all the success. If we can understand your other 3 friends who are not here, just tell me what they do and who they are.
One is Ashwin JD. He takes care.
I've just saved your friendship. சரியா, அவங்க சொன்னாங்க டேய் சென்னையில போயிட்டு நம்ம பேரே சொல்ல நீங்க மெஜாரிட்டி போடுறா.
Ashwin JD, he is the CAIO, who is Chief Artificial
That's like Chow.
Yeah.
Chow, my friend.
Chief Artificial Intelligence Officer. He takes care of the hardware, those stuff kind of. And Dikshit, who is the Chief Operating Officer, who takes care of the business aspect as well. And the other is Dinesh Kumar, who is CPO, Chief Product Officer.
And who's your best friend amongst 4 of the others?
Dikshit.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you all. Like I say, it's not a question about AI or not. It's not a question about glasses or for B2B or B2C. What I see are 5 young boys set out to change the world. You believe in an idea that you have and you want this dream to become a reality. And for that, all you want is the people to trust you. And I think with time, when your product is ready, we will all have a part of Kenesis in our heart, but more importantly, on our eyes. I wish you all the best. It's been a pleasure to have both of you all on Chennai Live. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is Chennai Live, Radio Redefined.